Elon Musk is not smarter than you, and I can prove it to you. And we will do some weird maths and even weirder analogies so you can see for yourself. Do you see the genius? Can you see a superhuman in those eyes? Do you see the eyes of a man worth $500 billion? Can you see that? A dude who happens to own like half of Mars and all of Twitter, but still just a dude. What if we could examine his brain? You think we will find something, maybe an oversized brain, or maybe his amygdala is missing. But we don't need to wait for him to donate his body to science. We already know the answer, because this has been done before. When Einstein died, the E equals mc squared guy, the doctor performing his autopsy thought, hey, let's see where the genius lives. So he stole the man's brain. Then put it in a jar, sliced it up, weighted it, measured it, and then stared at it for decades. They handled Einstein's brain like it was the Holy Grail, but then realized it was just another cup. And what did they find? A few denser neurons, a couple of weird faults, but genius? No, not really. Same with all other geniuses, mathematicians, philosophers. Their genius brains removed and studied on the altar of science, piece by piece, but nothing magical, nothing alien, nothing divine was ever found. So, if Elon's brain is made from the same goo as ours, the same neurons, the same faults, the same biological jelly, then what makes him him? Let's roll the film back. At 12, he builds and sells a video game. At 20, 2 degrees. At 24, into Stanford. At 28, co-founds PayPal. At 31, launches SpaceX. By 33, he wasn't running business anymore. He was running the future. Tesla, Neuralink, Starlink. A one-man syndicate of science, fiction turned real. So yeah, the guy's brilliant, bold, ballsy, but smarter than us. Let's test that theory. So he's worth around $500 billion. The average adult's net worth around the world is around 8 grand. Let's do the math. He's 59,000 times richer. So if money is scaled with IQ, and average IQ is around 100, then Elon's IQ would be what? 6 million? 6 million! But the world record for IQ is like 260. So yeah, that math doesn't check out. So what's the real deal? The deal is that you don't have to be super smart. You don't need to be the genius in the room. You just got to be a tiny bit smarter, a fraction, a half, a 0.01 seconds kind of smarter. That's it. That's the trick. Because in this world, in this crazy, chaotic, butterfly flapping world, tiny edges explode into massive outcomes. That's chaos theory. That's the butterfly effect. And it all makes perfect sense. Let me show you. Let's take 10 sprinters, fastest people alive. They line up and the gun goes off. And they run as hard as they can. And stop now. And one guy runs 0.01 seconds faster. And that guy is Elon Musk. You can't even see 0.01 seconds. But that's the guy who takes the gold every single time for being just 0.01 seconds faster than the guy next in line. That's the guy everyone calls the fastest man alive. 0.01 seconds. That's all. Or look at weightlifting. 2 lifters go head to head. One lifts 100 kilos, the other 99.5. half a kilo difference, half a damn bag of sugar. But that half a kilo, just half a damn kilo, and one walks off a hero while the other walks home. That's the edge, that's the thing. Tiny advantages, massive payoffs. That's how life works. The power law, the Pareto principle, 1% of creators get 90% of views. 1% of companies own whole damn market. 1% of people own nearly all the money because life ain't fair. It's exponential. And what's about evolution? The same script. 1% of predators control the food chain. The slightly fitter, the slightly faster, the slightly smarter, they survive and they reproduce. That's how the universe rolls. So next time we get ghosted on a date or rejected at a job interview, let's not tell ourselves that the other guy is a genius or so much better than us that he's out of reach. He's not a genius. He just had the edge, a tiny one, a fraction of a fraction. Maybe his resume had one extra buzzword like Stanford. Maybe his timing was better. Maybe he smelled like confidence. Maybe he was half an inch taller. That's it. And that's Elon. Not a superhero, not a miracle, just a dude who had few small edges, a touch faster, a bit bolder, slightly crazier. And those tiny edges, those microscopic differences compounded into rockets, cars, and $500 billion. Because in the grand, messy, chaotic life, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be 0.01 seconds better than a person next to you. And to get 0.01 advantage over someone. Let's do something again and again and continue doing so until we get there.